You know, there was this young cook that was in one of the Facebook groups. He's like, I'm thinking about starting like a young cooks only group because it seems like everybody in their 30s that's in this group is just nothing but they're just complaining all the time and they're bringing negativity and stuff like that. And like, me personally, I'm not one of those, but I was thinking about like what the difference is between somebody that's in their mid to late 30s versus somebody that's not there yet, that are just, you know, they're still in their prime, still in, you know, 25, 28, that kind of range. And I think one of the things that causes this is true pain and loss is what you start to experience for the first time. Now, that's not to say that true pain and loss doesn't happen at every stage of life. There's billions of people on earth. There's some people that they were raised their whole life just dealing with shit. Okay, I understand that, and I'm not trying to minimize anybody's experience. But what I'm saying is, on average, usually at least from my experience in my 30s, that's when the first people that I knew that were in my orbit that were close to me started dying. The first few celebrities that I grew up with started dying. I started to realize that best friends that I had for years, I'm not talking to anymore. I've been doing the same thing for 10 years. And I'm not very much further than I was when I was 25, 26. That's when the divorces happen, the child support, the kids, when life really starts grinding away at you. It's not to say that all these choices aren't necessarily bad choices. There's some people that they get married when they're in their 20s and they're fine, they're good, they're great. But a lot of people, they maybe they married somebody that they met when they were teenagers or very early adulthood, and then they started to grow up, they got older, and they started to drift apart just because their brains weren't done developing yet. When I was in my 20s, I always scoffed at people that were in their 30s that acted like they knew what was going on with the world. Because I'm like, it's only 10 more years. Like, what do you know that I don't? We're both adults. You know, I'm 28, you're 38. What's the difference? Well, the difference is trauma and pain. It sucks to say it, but it really is, you know? There's a lot of people out there that they wake up one day and they realize 10, 15 years has gone by and they haven't moved professionally or, you know, with their life. They've been in the same spot. They've been at the same McDonald's. They've been at the same mechanic shop, whatever it is. And I think the problem is that they take a lot of that cynicism that they've developed over time, whether it's, you know, failing repeatedly at getting a good job or a good relationship, and then they apply that online, and that's where a lot of that attitude comes from. That's just my opinion, though. I could be wrong.